Good afternoon. George Cavaligos for HFT Bonds. Last night was interesting. Had that short on, I think, at 28 plus when I left yesterday. The market actually closed, I think, at 27 on Globex at 4 o'clock. Everything's looking good, right? And then I hear about the French downgrade. So I look and see what kind of retracement levels would be interesting to look at. And the move, off of the lows yesterday, what was it, 25 plus, up to, I forgot what level, 30 plus, back down to 27, back up to even plus, 134 even plus was C equals A, the perfect Elliott wave corrective pattern. Well, Globex opened up at like 31, went right up to even plus. I tried to get short, and the market broke so fast I ended up selling 31 pluses, which is fine. I did put out to you guys, hopefully you saw that, and you know that I'm always going to be selling or buying those C equals A moves. I didn't set up the desktop. I just fired off some stuff quickly on Twitter to make sure you guys saw that, that area was where we wanted to be selling the market. I think on the bonds it was 150.26 and we got up to 150.23, if I'm not, I might be hazy on that one. And then the market, came off quite steadily throughout the night. Woke up this morning and saw it was trading, 23 half 24, and one of the other Elliott wave patterns is that the fifth wave down will often equal the first wave down. 23 plus was fifth wave equal to the first wave. 22 was the old lows, 22 plus was the 382 fib retracement. So right there at 22 to 23 plus, I bought back some of my short. And then walked in this morning and I still have a small short on. I think I covered at one point intraday and then resold them almost immediately around that 22, 23 level. We just weren't getting the bounces. The best bounce we had all day was from 17 to 24, and we're right back down at 17 again, or 17 plus. I mean, a lot traded at 17 plus too. I don't think that's going to be the low going into the overnight session here. So you want to have some shorts on from wherever you can get them on. We're not getting great bounces here. If it breaks 17 plus, I think you can sell them, because I think we're going to see, there's a little bit of support at 16. That's a fib retracement. The big cluster of support is the 08 plus to 09 plus. There's a bunch of fib retracements and old lows and old highs there. I think that's where we're going. I think it also fits the sort of big 3 candle move down. Candlestick charts, I think it's called 3 soldiers. Not positive on that, I can't remember off the top of my head, but typically you'll get these trending moves where you'll get the 3 big candle moves in the direction of a trend. And that's kind of what I'm looking for tonight into tomorrow morning too. If you get a bounce, try to sell a bounce. We haven't had many bounces here. Sitting right on the lows in the bonds, sitting right on the lows in the 10-year. Bonds bounced a little bit off of 150.12, which is the 50% retracement. They're trading 15 right now. 3, 4, 5 tick bounces, that's all we've gotten in the bonds even. So, it's hard to do it. You got to sell some weakness, I think, and look for some lower levels here. You can always put, a trade at 10-year has a little bit less volatility, a little bit less risk. If you sell 19s and 20s, you're risking 25, 25 plus are the old lows, so you don't want to see us overlap those old lows by too much. So your risk is something like 26 plus. You don't want to see it much above there. I don't think you're going to see that, barring any surprises overnight. And obviously those always happen, so you always have to trade with stops, obviously. Well, that's the game plan. Tomorrow's a full day. Obviously Thursday everything is closed. Friday is a half day where we open up Thursday night, the usual Globex time, and then we close everything at 12:15 on Friday. So we will have, a couple more days, a day and a half basically, not counting tonight's session, of trading to go. Hopefully we can squeeze a few more bucks out of this thing. It's been a decent week. I hope you guys were able to put some of these, puts or TBT, TBF, one of those trades on, the trade on Friday, was it, when we put up the high. fifth waves, powerful things. And you see, you know, the charts that I sent out on the bonds, you know, the bullish chart is we're just in this big range, and we're going to go test the lower end of the range in what looks like a C wave. And then after that, maybe you go up and make higher highs. The bearish count is that we finished a 30-year bull market in bonds, 5 of 5 waves up from, you know, the lows from back in the, I want to say 112, you know, from what, 2007, I think? I can't even remember, sorry. And we went all the way up to 153.5. We've been chopping around up here. Almost looks like you might even have a weird looking head and shoulders pattern on the bonds. If you look at 152.19 high, back down, back up, 153.15 high, back down, up to 152.19 last week, or 21 actually. So we went a little bit above 19, but there's nice symmetry at the highs. Problem is there's not a lot of symmetry at the lows. The neckline goes like this. It's very slanted, but still might be a good one. We'll have to take a look. I'm going to stick with my Elliott wave pattern. It says we got a C wave coming on the downside for the bullish count. For the bearish count, it says we're starting impulse waves to the downside here. Currently, we're starting, I think, just the first wave down. So at some point, we're going to get a bounce, and then we're going to have the big, you know, sell off, the third wave down. But you know, you can't sit around waiting for bounces. These waves will extend. They'll go further than you think. You got to have a core, some type of a core short on. Bottom line. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Hopefully everybody will be in. I'll be here full day. And then happy Thanksgiving if you're not coming in tomorrow. And be safe, everybody. I'll see you.